What's going on, guys? It's Coach Sauce here, and we're bringing you some APDL Season 9 Week 1 action against a long-time Canadian, a long-time brother, a long-time friend, rival, companion, acquaintance, personnel. Anyways, this person is none other than Lanky Paul, Coach Lanky Paul of the Edmonton Eiscues, one of the few organizations that have had a long tenure. Lanky Paul, he's a devious little coach. He has lots of tricks on his sleeves, up his sleeves rather. And, you know, his team, while it may look meager, it may look a little
mid,
if you will.
Like mid?
There's a lot more to it than meets the eye, and we're gonna find out why that is. You know, Season 9, we have terastallization, which is kind of a big thing now. I'm still learning how to actually play with that. Turns out your terastallized type doesn't actually add to your previous types in terms of defense. You just totally get changed in terms of your typing. So that's on me. I didn't actually know how that worked. So this whole week is just growing pains, just learning how to actually play in this new generation. And so you'll kind of see a little bit of flubs, wubba dubba flubs in the game coming up. But before we do that, let's hop right into what we brought this week for Game 1 against the
Edmonton Eiscues.
So up here, we have our first Pokemon, Delphox, and you know, Delphox, pretty cool set here actually. I really like this set. We have Blaze as the ability, Wide Lens, Modest, and just a little bit of a mismatch of EVs spread all over the place just for different things, but mainly in that special attack. We have Hex because of the awesome status that it provided. Also, Ghost was very good against this whole team. And then we have Will-O-Wisp and Hypnosis for our two status moves. Now, with the Wide Lens, we're hoping to get, because that's 85% and 60% accuracy, we can use that Wide Lens to make sure that we actually hit some of these moves so that Hex can go off. And also, since we have that increased accuracy, I figured like, hey, why go safe with Flamethrower? Might as well just go right in with Fire Blast. So those three bottom moves are all increased accuracy. So this is just basically a big gamble set. So we're hoping Delphox can pay off here. And for the Terra type, in case we wanted it, we made her have the Dark type. So that's Delphox. We got now our boy, Orthworm Gym Orthworm. Now, Orthworm here, Earth Eater ability, can't change that. Great ability, but we also have the Citrus Berry, and we went with Impish Nature to give it that max HP, max defense. And we're just gonna try and do our standard Shed Tail. We just want to see how it does. So we got Shed Tail, we got Stealth Rock, we got Iron Head, and Earthquake. And figured that the Terra type we'd bring in case we wanted to use it was Ghost. So that's Orthworm for the week. After Orthworm, we got Charmy, the Slurpuff. We're going classic belly drum, baby. We got Unburden with the Citrus Berry, Jolly Nature, max speed, max HP. Now, actually looking at this set, I don't know if I like it. We got some bad team prep this week. Maybe. Max HP, max speed. I probably should have gone for max attack looking back on the game, especially considering that we're using Shed Tail, so we don't have to really sacrifice ourselves for belly drum, but again, we're still learning. We're still adapting to our drafts. But we bring belly drum, Drain Punch for that recovery, Play Rough, and Sticky Web, as I figured most of his team, although could abuse it with Trick Room, most of his team's pretty slow, so adding on that extra slow would really mean that Pokemon such as Slurpuff, Cloyster, things like that, Mismagius, and Delphox all get a chance to really outspeed, and also in case he brings Scarves, level out that playing field just a little bit. So that is Slurpuff. After Slurpuff, we got Mismagius. Cool little set here. Again, we're bringing the Assault Vest here. Levitate, Assault Vest, Timid Nature, max special attack, max speed. Now, maybe should have thought about, there was two options here. I was thinking either about a Life Orb or Expert Belt going the damaging side, but I was thinking just in case my Shed Tails don't work out and say his Reuniclus or his Armarouge start popping off with some Calm Mind, some setup, I felt like I needed some sort of special tank, and you know, being a ghost type and having a pretty decent special defense stat over in the hundreds really tests out Assault Vest. So we're going with Energy Ball for that Kabutops, Dark Pulse again. We got Shadow Ball and Dazzling Gleam, and we're giving ourselves Terra type Fairy for the Dazzling Gleam in case we wanted to bolster that offense. Cloyster is our next Pokemon. And we're going for the classic Shell Smash. It's just so good. It's so good. Skill Link, White Herb, Naughty Nature, that max HP, max attack, a little bit in special attack. And we're going Ice Shard for priority. Always good to have. And then we have our Icicle Spear, Rock Blast, which will destroy Frostmoth and other Pokemon. And Hydro Pump for that good stab water move against the likes of Armarouge, Kabutops, things like that. So here is the Cloyster. Last but not least, we got Bicycle. We got Cyclizar, Regenerator, Heavy Duty Boots, Jolly Nature. There's just a mix of EVs here, mainly making sure that we're as speedy as possible with a Terra type Ghost. Now, looking back on this game and maybe future considerations, maybe should have thought about using Dark type Terra type just to maybe counteract the prankster taunts from Sableye, but I was thinking maybe go for the Ghost Terra type to live some key close combats from Kabutops or from Golurk, but we decided to go with Ghost just in case. But our main moves, I'm probably going to maybe utilize this set further. Like, it seems like a decent set of moves here. Shed Tail, obvious, great move. Rapid Spin, we got Knockoff for that utility, and then U-Turn for the pivot. So maybe we can just use this as like a defensive pivot with the Shed Tail. I don't know. Very excited to try out both Shed Tails in week 1. So that is the team. So without further ado, let's head right on into the match. All right, we got the Sauce Boss versus Lanky Paul. And here we go. We got the Delphox, Orthworm, Slurpuff, Mismagius, Cloyster, and Cyclizar. And he brings Sableye, Reuniclus, Kabutops, Armarouge, Golurk, and Frostmoth. Now, at the beginning of the game, he said that his Frostmoth was his Terra type, or his Terramon. Mine, I looked at the team and figured, you know, let's try for Delphox having a Dark Terra type, because I knew that Dark would play good into making sure that we can nullify Prankster, but we'll see. So let's get the game underway. So we start things off. He brings out Ballin' on a Budget. I bring out Bicycle. He goes for the immediate taunt. I go for a knockoff just because that's the best play. I knew he was going to go for that. And knock off the Light Clay, which is sweet, and we get ourselves a U-turn. I try and go for a Shed Tail or Stealth Rock, but again, the taunt's coming out. He's doing a really good job with that. So I figured maybe we can just switch right into Slurpuff, but he sort of plays that very well, and I don't want to stick a Slurpuff in against a Reuniclus, as I don't really know what set it is. I don't want it setting up on me, and or if it is Trick Room like it just did, that's bad. So Trick Room does come out, and to be honest, this is a very tough spot because all of his guys are relatively slow, and for the first time in a while, I don't really have any sort of play around in my team for Trick Room, so I figured my best bet would hopefully be to just put in a specially defensive wall, get off a Hypnosis. So he switches. The Hypnosis misses, which is like, bro, that's the whole getup. That's the whole point of you, Delphox. No! So that sucks, but we're in. He has a Shadow Punch. That thing doesn't miss, and our defenses mixed with special attack, Iron Fist mixed with the fact that Mismagius on the defensive side and HP is just frail as it was bad. So we're down. Lanky Paul takes one down. We just do a quick switch to bait out an Earthquake, and to our surprise, he falls for it, which is great. He gets the Drain Punch. We got off some Stealth Rocks, and now Rock Lobster comes in after Trick Room's done. We get a Shed Tail, which is awesome, but our Citrus Berry isn't really enough to heal us. Might run leftovers possibly in the future. But we get Slurpuff behind the shed tail and start getting our belly drums off while Mitosis comes out. We got off a Play Rough, does some decent damage, but he does unfortunately get the Trick Room off. Misses the Focus Blast, which is huge. And we are able to clean up Mitosis, which is awesome. We're gaining health here. Golurk comes out, gets an Ice Punch, and we get a Play Rough off, and that's going to destroy Lanky Paul. Sableye coming out here, and to be honest, he can only really do Reflect, so I figured let's just stall out the Trick Room, get the Sticky Web going, and we know Trick Room's coming out, so we can just start spamming our Play Roughs. Drain Punch does come out. The screen does help. Rapid Spin. I had no idea this thing learned Rapid Spin, so that's sick, yet annoying, because those rocks going away are going to be a little bit of an issue moving forward. You'll see. So Rock Lobster is up. We get a Sticky Web off. I know he's probably just going to try and go for something, I don't know, just a last minute play. I probably should have just killed him. These rocks are going to be very annoying. But we get off the Drain Punch and Rock Lobster goes down. Armor Andy comes in. Sticky Web activated. We get a Play Rough. The weak armor starts procking. He goes for a Calm Mind. Now, at this point, we're just going to try and chip down Armor Andy as much as possible. He gets the weak armor proc. He's 2.5 times speed. And we don't go down, which is sick. But he is faster than us, even after Unburdened. So, Charmy, rest in peace. We're just going in now with Scoomadam to get the quick Ice Shard priority. And so we needed to. And now here comes in the Sableye. Now, he goes for the taunt, which I feel like was a good play, making sure that we didn't Shell Smash. But we now swapped right into Cyclizar taunt. So that's sort of annoying. We're able to U-turn, and I'm just trying to get Orthworm to do something. Now he's just going to keep going for taunts. I knew he was going to go for that, so I start going for Iron Head. And at this point, he's playing pretty well. Like, he's just trying to set up screens. And I'm not actually too sure how to play this out, because I know waiting for me is a Terra-typing Frostmoth, who's no doubtably going to Quiver Dance. And here comes the beginning of the end. Fire type. See, I thought Fire type, this is where I kind of got confused with terastallization. I honestly thought, which is a good learning, I honestly thought because he turned into a Fire type, that he would also keep his Bug and Ice defensive properties. I thought it was like just like an additive. I didn't know that it completely transformed the typing. I thought because it was initially weak to steel moves, we could possibly get just a neutral effectiveness instead of this not very effective Iron Head that's about to come out. So this is just awful. Chili Willy's about to just destroy me. And because of this, like, I should have probably just gone for Earthquakes. Like, I didn't know. I thought he still had the Bug and like the Ice, and I didn't actually know how this worked. So it's a little bit of misplays here, like still trying to figure it out, but at the end of the day, he's capitalizing and hitting me with the Terra Blasts, which is cool. And that is actually the biggest thing. We have 49%, so we're not able to Shed Tail, which sucks. But he did bring Bug Buzz anyways, so it will go through the substitutes, but still, that still feels bad. Giga Drain comes out. And at this point, Chili Willy's just cleaning up. Like, there's nothing we can do. He Terra Blasts, and yeah, honestly, good job to Lanky Paul for playing around what seemed like a pretty sketchy scenario there. So no, that was awesome. It was a close game. Lanky Paul bested me this time, but I mean, it's about time, right? No, I'm just kidding. But that was GG's to you. So GG's again. That was super good. Super close game. We lose 1-0, but we're slowly getting back to swing of things. As you know, our team's a little bit of a gimmick, but to be honest, I feel like there's so much room to play with, and like with 4 free agent swaps, we might be maybe making some potential moves. As this week we do have the bye week, so we kind of just get to hang out and do a little bit of theory crafting here. Maybe have to go on and do a little bit of random battles just to really fully get and grasp the whole terastallization concept, as I feel like I have a bit of a
boomer brain
about that. But hey, overall, not too sad. Yeah. Good luck to you, Lanky Paul and the Edmonton Eiscues, on your next upcoming opponent. I'm pretty sure you play Cleveland Cloysters. That's going to be a fun game to watch. And for everyone else, yeah, that was week 1. So close game, 1-0. I'm looking forward to see what we can do in the future, as I know we have a lot of room to grow, and I'm excited to see what we're able to pull off, as there's some cool things that still I'd like to try. And a lot of the sets I brought today, especially the Delphox one, I felt like they didn't really have the chance to shine. So looking forward to the future. You'll hopefully see some exciting stuff. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And as always, go Raichu! Stay saucy, everyone. Peace.